Hey guys, this is Shaw Candle channel. My name is Diana. I run a small candle making business here in Calgary, and this is one of the videos where we just spill the tea and talk about something, watch some videos, watch some drama or something like that. I have the cranberry juice here with ice. Oh my gosh, very cutie cup. In today's video, we are going to speak, I feel like all of these stories are kind of about Etsy, customers that are from Etsy, and how these customers are scamming small businesses, which is very frustrating, okay? And scam small business. I even believe you shouldn't be scamming big businesses, but you know, some big businesses may deserve it. Questionable, but you know, as a small business owner, you know, I know how many things falls into it, and it's really frustrating. Story is pretty long. Let's start with this one.
Some drama that doesn't pertain to you, but does pertain to me. Let's go. Okay, so I own an Etsy shop, right? I make linen signs for people's weddings, for their birthdays, bachelorette parties. Great. I get an inquiry about a linen sign. It says, hi, this is a linen sign that I'm wanting to make from Pinterest. Can you give me a cheaper option than what you list on your Etsy listings? So I send her, of course, always can do a custom size. I've had people get like 12 inches by 24, where it's like a small little sign that drapes over. It'll be X amount of money. She sends me this long thing back about how she watched this TikTok video of this girl who made her own and how it only cost her X amount of money and how she thinks I'm overcharging and that it should be this amount of money for me to do my job. Okay, so she's telling me how much I should be charging. So I go on Etsy and I look up other people's linen signs, and I'm on the lower end. Like, I charge really low compared to everyone else. So I write her back a very nice message that I had choreographed with ChatGPT, and I was like, hi, TikTok is an amazing platform. Here's why the price is what it is. And also, I keep it the most reasonable as I can because I don't feel comfortable with charging people more than they should. It's just like in my nature. Left that part out, but I was like, I charge people what I think is worth it, and this is where it goes into. It's how much I'm technically being paid, like an hour, you know, for my time to design it, make it, print it, put it in a bag, mail it off to you, instructions mailed to you, all the supplies, everything like that. She ends up then emailing me back again this long thing about like, well, on TikTok this girl said she made it for this amount of money and blah 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 blah. I wanted to be back like, okay, bitch, then go fucking make it yourself. But of course I didn't say that. Put my little customer service face on. Went into ChatGPT again because it makes it a little bit more like nice. And I go, obviously it didn't sound as, you know, dry as this, but just bear with me now with the logistics. I go, again, TikTok is an amazing platform. You're
Honestly, want to stop here for a sec. I would not continue. Okay, I would not continue. I have no... I always need to take a second and listen if my baby woke up or not. I would just not entertain this. This is crazy for me. I have no energy for this. I just know that if I continue, I'll just get real angry and do something bad. Say something bad. Like, if someone tells you, hey, I watched a TikTok and this girl made us for this much, you don't continue speaking to a person like this. It's already obvious it's a waste of time. These people don't understand the value of people running businesses. Even if you think, okay, this business is run by one person, so meaning like, you know, one person has to get paid and not multiple. That doesn't mean it should be cheap or for free by any means, okay? I'm sorry, I'm holding the microphone kind of weird. It's so frustrating. She's too nice, okay? I would be done. I would say, okay, make it yourself. Okay, the girl from TikTok makes it for you. I don't know.
more than welcome to make your own linen sign yourself. That's what I did for my wedding. I encourage all brides to DIY as much as they can to save on budget. As for me and my shop though, unfortunately these are the prices that I charge, and hopefully if you go somewhere else, like, you can find someone that will do it cheaper. She goes, yeah, well, the problem is I don't have a Cricut. That's all she responds back to this message. Problem is I don't have a Cricut. Okay, fair enough. You don't have a Cricut. I get it. Not everyone has one of those. So I message her back and say, okay, would you be interested in just paying for the vinyl that I cut. I'll mail it to you, and then you can iron it onto your own linen sign. Would you be interested in that? And she's like, well, I'd like to hear more. So I'm thinking in my head, this is a great business opportunity, because I'm sure other people are probably thinking this way. I could start selling this. I'll just send her the vinyl. So I go, okay. So each roll of vinyl, at least in California, I don't know about everywhere else, when I go to the store, it's about like $8 for vinyl, iron-on vinyl. So I text her back that it'll be per thing, like depending on her design, how many 12 by 24 crickets that I have to use. It will be $8 a mat for me to cut it, tweed it, put a lining on it, mail it to her back, okay? $8. You're paying for basically for me to buy the roll, okay? Because the way that I thought about it was, okay, a roll is $8. Will she use the entire roll? Maybe.
I'm sorry, that seems like crazy cheap. Again, she's too nice. The thing is that, especially small business owners, get so many things done, technically unpaid. Even if you like think about it properly, you even searching up materials, purchasing materials, buying, picking them up, I don't know, finding references, you know, even the research in these part of things, like if you would work for some company, you would get paid for it as a, you know, a marketing person. Marketing work that we are doing as, you know, small business owners, you're technically not getting paid for it. It's really hard to calculate these things and understand that this is work. You would do it for some other business, and that would be your job. So like, even messaging this person, all this communication, all this responding, spending your time, it's also work. So when you realize someone is already rude starting from the beginning, rude, and besides that, the person doesn't value you or your time, you don't respond. Even worse, if you ship to a rude person from the beginning, they're weird, they might leave you a bad review. So
maybe not, but then all I have to do is like put the design on and Cricut it. I was like, and I told her ahead of time, but you would have to make the design. If you want me to design it for you, it would be just an extra $10, because it takes me time to go in, design it, copy it, put it in Cricut, all these things. It's a lot easier, obviously, if you have a design. She writes me back that I'm trying to like get one off on her. She's like, again, this TikTok video, this girl only made it for this much, and da 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 da. So I write her back. I go, listen, ma'am, I'm running a business. If you don't like the price of it, you don't have to buy from me. You don't have to shop for me. I don't care whether you shop with me or not. But you're asking me for advice. You're asking me for my pricing, and I'm getting it to you. She writes back and goes, yeah, but the problem is I don't have a Cricut. But according to this video, she only spent this much on her vinyl, and Cricut cut it, and her whole entire sheet only cost her this amount of money. So I would still be paying more. I said, yes, you'd be paying more because you don't have the tools to make it yourself. You are paying somebody for the vinyl. And then I sent her screenshots of other people that sell vinyl for a lot more money and said, this is how much typically vinyl costs on Etsy, other sellers, and I'm charging you less than that. Also, you need to take into account I have to tweet it for you. And she's like, okay, what if you don't tweet it? What if you don't remove it? I'll do it for you. And I said, the cost would still be the same, because I have to drive and go get you the vinyl. I have to then cut the vinyl with my Cricut, which uses the blade that will then over time get dull, so I would have to eventually replace that. Like, there's so many logistics that go into this, ma'am. And she's like, not really getting it. She's like, I can Amazon ship myself. So I literally just messaged her back, did not use ChatGPT, and I was like, ma'am, with all due respect, I've been as patient as I can. Stop trying to message me. I said that. I was like, please stop trying to message me. It's wasting my time. It's wasting your time. Doesn't seem like we're aligning on the cost. If you'd like a cheaper alternative, I recommend that you go seek someone else, because I don't think that we're aligning. She writes me back and says that she wishes nothing but downfall on me and my business.
This is why I said you don't respond to people like this. This is, I don't know. My ass would be on fire. I would just, you see, I would go, she's too good. I would go crazy. Like, I would say something mean to her. I guess. I don't know. I just don't know how these people exist. And
Okay. Then I don't reply to that. Then she messaged me and goes, sorry, as a fellow bride, I thought you'd be more empathetic with how expensive weddings can be. I am empathetic. That's why I already make my linen signs for the cheapest on Etsy that I can provide it, because I don't feel comfortable charging people more than I should, ma'am. That's why I offered you to cut the vinyl for cheaper, so that you could still get the results that you wanted for cheaper. Anyways, I don't respond back to that. A couple days go by, tell my husband, venting about it. A couple days go by today. She's like, hey, haha, sorry. You know how Bridezilla can make you become, how weddings can make you become a Bridezilla. Was wondering if it's still the same price if I order vinyl through you. Yeah, because you couldn't find it anywhere cheaper. I betcha. But no, because now I have anxiety. You're going to order it and leave me a bad review.
see, this is what I said. You can't let people like this to continue just like disrespecting you from the beginning till the end. And then she wished her all the worst and then she came back, girl. Like, and you can't even leave reviews on the customer, right? That sucks. That would be good to leave a review on her, but also if she was not her customer technically, then maybe, yeah, whatever. She's too good. She needs to fix that and be more mean, be more fair, not mean. Okay, we have a next short story.
The reason why I don't do returns. It wasn't just one, not two, but 3 of these. You won't believe what they sent. Gateway Laureate, if you're watching this, I'm coming for you. Thank you. I'll be able to print more labels now. But not just those labels. They also sent more labels. More labels. Not our products, but labels. This isn't the first.
This is insane. I haven't had any like specific stores with returns. I don't know, it is scary. It is scary. There's many people out there that want to like fake return you something and get their money back and get the product in the same time. And it is really frustrating because like, how do you protect yourself from this? And also, again, you're a small business. Like what is she supposed to do? Like this is crazy. I don't know if anyone has stories like this, but it's just like why people are so entitled to think that this is okay to do to other people. Like there's a person behind this, did nothing wrong. But if you genuinely don't like it, don't do this. Like for real, return. I feel like this story is obvious. It's just sad. Next and the last story is a little bit similar situation with the customer interaction.
When you buy something from Amazon and you don't like it, you return it and you get a refund. If you buy something from Walmart and you don't like it, you return it and you get a refund. When you get something from blank and you don't like it, you return it and you get a refund. That's how things work. Why, when it comes to small businesses, people want things to be different, and it's only to take advantage of the small business? Because I had this customer, she reached out through Etsy. I printed something for her. She didn't like it, and she was right, by the way. So I offered to reprint and to expedite the shipping. She agreed. Then she said, besides the reprint, I would like a refund. I said, no, you cannot have both. You have whether a refund or a replacement, but you cannot have both. At the end, we agreed with the replacement. I sent the replacement. She received it. She didn't like it either. So she was asking for a refund. And I said, I'm going to grant you a refund, but I'm going to send you a label so you can return the product to me. She said, no, I need it, but I want my refund. That's not how things work. I don't care.
Ah, silly lady. Silly woman, what the hell? Like, the business owner, the customer. Like, this is so scary. This is so scary out there, out here, everywhere. It's so scary. Like, why the hell people entitled to fuck up some small businesses? But again, I believe like you shouldn't do that either. Like, it's not good ethic to like do it to even big business, but they're not gonna suffer so much from it. But still shouldn't. Like, if you genuinely like, you know, there's mistakes happen, but like if you genuinely just like try to have a product and a refund just because you're thinking that way about yourself, oh my gosh.
If I was going to throw away your product, because it was a custom product, I couldn't sell that to another customer. I was going to literally throw it away. I don't care. I need the product back because you don't get to get both. You want your money back? Send the product back to me. She didn't want it. So she was like, oh, I don't know. This is not how to run it. She wanted to lecture me on how to run my business. And I told her, I'm going to stop responding your messages. Please use this link and open a case with Etsy. This is the first time since 2019 that I've been selling stationery on Etsy that somebody has to go and file a claim with them. She filed a claim. Etsy just closed it over a week later, saying the seller is not wrong. You don't get a refund. Because she also stated that the product wasn't as described and she provided photos. And Etsy was like, it is exactly as described. What do you mean? Well, the colors aren't that bright because you're watching them through a phone screen and the real material is translucent paper.
This real good. The fact that Etsy supported the business owner, because you know I watched different kind of stories and heard different kind of stories about Etsy as well that was also fucking up the small businesses. Even they should do, you know, a proper research investigation whatever the situation happens and protect who is actually vulnerable. And I'm really glad to see that Etsy did a good job, like, you know, protecting the business. It's also a moment where, you know, like many customers can be uneducated, and that also not like your responsibility necessarily. Like, it is important to educate your customer, and you know, like if you run a page about your product, it's good to introduce what you're doing, how it works, show what's the difference with others, maybe, you know, like that's good. But like if the person found you on Etsy and you have the description, you know, like you have like a naming and everything, and the person per se doesn't ask you any more questions also, right? And you just assume the person understands. So like in this case, I guess the person was also like uneducated in that matter, which is not business owner's fault, obviously. So yeah. Okay, sorry it got so dark, such a weird light I have. Like, I really like it this way. I'm fighting myself to not turn on the light, that one on top of my head, that is just terrible. And then this is also not good. I understand it's too dark, but yeah, be safe out there. Like if you're a small business owner, you know the struggle, and it would real hurt to get customer like this. And you know, customer is right, but not always right. Here's the example. yeah, stay safe and protected from those. Let me know what you think about any of these stories, and yeah, thank you for watching, and see you next video. Bye bye.